Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like you to have something that you can use like a strap. So go ahead and grab maybe a belt, maybe a dog leash, a tie, or if you have a yoga strap, of course, you can use that. Let's take a comfortable seat. You can sit on a chair. You can sit on the floor like I am. I'm sitting on top of a bolster so that my seat is elevated. My hips are slightly higher than my knees. So if that's comfortable for you, sit there. If it's not, just sit on a chair. Let's take a few minutes to just settle into our practice. You can set whatever you're using for your strap off to the side. Maybe close your eyes here for a few moments. Deep breath in, nice long breath out. Deep breath in through the nose, breath out through the nose. To add a little tone to our breath, we'll inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twice more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of that. Just allow your breath to return to normal. You can slowly blink the eyes open. Um, from your seated position, let's draw the chin into the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck and the shoulders. We're going to spend some time working towards shoulder stand today, so it's important to pay attention to the neck and the shoulders. Start to roll your head right to left. You're drawing a little bit of a semicircle with the head, just going side to side. Each time you pass through center, your chin dips down towards the chest. Just a few more times, semicircles. Go nice and slow. Make sure you're breathing here. And then let's try a few full circles all the way around so you can open the throat, chin lifts. 3 times in one direction. And then all the way around in the other direction 3 times. We're just changing that circular shape. Mm. And then let's come back to center. We're going to locate our strap, whatever we're using for that strap. I'm just going to take off my sweatshirt so you can see my arms a little bit better. All right. So Gomukhasana, cow face, arms. Go ahead and hold on to your strap with your right hand. Extend that right hand up towards the ceiling. Your strap's just dangling behind your head. And then start to bend your elbows so your right forearm's just kind of connected to the back of your head. Press the back of your head into that forearm. Left arm out to the side. Palm faces behind you. Bend that left forearm. Bend the elbow, rather. And then grab a hold of the opposite end of the strap. Walk your hands, fists towards each other. So you're pressing the back of the head into that right forearm. You're pressing the left forearm into the back body. So you're getting a nice tall spine here. Deep breath in. What is happening in that left shoulder is more the position that your arm would be in shoulder stand. A little bit. It's adjacent. So we're just getting a sense of how the shoulder is feeling, finding some range of motion here. Let's take one more breath. Slowly release that. Wave out the arms a couple of times. Just let that blood flow back through the shoulder, the biceps, the triceps, the elbows. And then let's switch sides. So we're taking our strap into our left hand. Extend that left arm up towards the ceiling. Strap's dangling behind the head. Bend the elbow, forearm to the back of the head. And then just give that pressure of the back of the head into the arm so that you're nice and tall through your spine. And you get some feedback with the arm there. Right arm out to the right side, palms facing behind you. Bend the right elbow. See if you can catch a hold of the opposite end of your strap. And then you're just trying to walk your fists together, and they might not get anywhere close to touching, and that is okay. Okay, let's just find that range of motion. Pressing the arms into the back body. Deep breath in. Stay here. Nice long breath out. Stay. 2 more breaths in this shape. Stay nice and tall through your spine. Noticing how this feels on the right shoulder. And then let's release the arms, set the strap off to the side, but keep it close because you're going to want it within hand's reach. So maybe just set it off to the outer corner of your mat. You can wave your arms out if that felt good. Give them a little shake, a little wiggle. And then let's come to hands and knees, find tabletop shape. All right, deep breath in your tabletop, wrist underneath your shoulders. Try to press your hands down and spread your shoulder blades away from the spine. And then exhale, try to let your chest come towards the mat, so shoulder blades squeezing in towards the spine. And this is kind of a small baby cat-cow, so we're just mobilizing the shoulders. We call these scapular push-ups, and if you were here with me last week, you did these. Let's do that twice more. Shoulders lifting and spreading, and then depressing and concaving in towards the spine. One more time. And now from our tabletop shape, let's walk the hands forward, one whole handprint, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, find downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Let's inhale, shift forward and find high plank. Pause in that high plank shape for a moment. Deep breath in, press the floor away. See if you can find that same kind of scapular push-up, so the rounding of the upper back towards the ceiling. Stay there for one more breath out, and then set the knees down, come all the way down to the belly. And then we're going to take the left arm out to the left side. You can keep that elbow bent. It's like a half goalpost shape. Right palm underneath your right shoulder. Turn and look over to your right fingertips. Let your head rest. Press down into your right hand. Roll body weight to your left shoulder, left hip. Just reach with your right leg. Reach back behind you. We're not going to be here for long. So starfish pose, or sometimes referred to as broken wing. And then back to the belly. If that was kind of hard for you to follow first time, maybe take a look second time. So right arm wide out to the right side. Keep that elbow bent. A little bit of a half cactus. That right palm's facing the floor. Your left hand's just planted underneath your left shoulder. You're looking at your left fingertips, so the right side of the head is resting. Press into that left hand. Roll body weight onto your right shoulder, right hip. Extend your left leg behind you. Just reach with that left leg. Deep breath in. Nice long breath out. Come back to center. One more time. Each side. So left elbow wide. Look at your right fingertips. Roll to your left side body. Deep breath in. Reach with that right leg. Breath out. Come back to your belly. And switch sides. Right elbow wide. Look at your left fingertips. Roll body weight onto your right side. Reach back with your left leg. Deep breath in. Exhale back to your belly. If you can, find that strap. Bring it behind you. You're going to take the strap into the fists. Stretch your knuckles towards your feet. So start to straighten out through your arms. Come to the tops of the feet. Pull the strap apart so you're walking your fists as close together as you can without finding an interlace, and you're lifting your chest up and back. So variation of Salamba Sarvangasana, locust pose. Lifting the chest, keeping the feet grounded, and then exhale all the way back to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, and this time include the legs, stretching the knuckles back. So you're just balancing body weight on the lower rib cage and the pelvis. And then all the way back to the mat, release the strap, set it off to the side. Hands underneath the shoulders, toes tuck. Press up to supported or high plank. And then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pausing in that downward facing dog, deep breath in. Nice long breath out. Let's move through a few vinyasa flows and then we'll have a shoulder stand practice. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot forward. Locate your strap again, pick it up, rise up to your high crescent lunge, and you're holding the strap again in each fist. Just like you did on your belly, you're bringing that strap behind you. Straighten out through the elbows, so you can take as much strap in between the fists as you need to straighten out through the arms. Stretch the knuckles away from the back body. Okay, so you're in a high lunge here, bend into your right knee. And then we're going to see if we can shift body weight forward onto that right foot. Displace the shoulders forward. Start to shift more body weight into the right foot. See if you can float the left leg up and back. So balancing here on your right leg. Arms extended back behind you, holding onto that strap. Keep the strap taut between the fists. Deep breath in. And then exhale. See if you can take a soft landing back into your lunge. Set that strap off to the side. Plant the palms. High plank. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in your downward facing dog. Long breath out. Inhale, stretch your left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot forward. Pick up that strap again. And so just come into your high crescent lunge. When you're taking the strap behind you, palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Pull on your strap. Extend the fist away from you. Settle into that lunge. So find your balance here first in your lunge, and then we'll start to lean forward over that left foot. We're starting to shift body weight forward into the left foot. You can kind of look down and forward of your left foot. That can help with the balance. And then when you're starting to feel all that body weight shift forward into the left foot, then float the right leg up and back. Keep pulling on the strap. Keep relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck nice and long. Whoop. If you lose your balance like I did, no big deal. Try to take a soft landing back into your lunge. All right, set the strap off to the side. Hands plant. High plank. Hips rise, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath here. All right, so we're going to add in a little bit of boat pose. So step your feet forward about halfway. Come to the center of your mat. Cross your ankles. Take a seat in the center of your mat. Bring your feet forward. Lift your feet up. You're balancing on the sits bones. Shin bones are parallel first with the mat. Find your balance there, and then maybe straighten out through the legs. Maybe add the arms stretching forward. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. Nice long breath out. Stay for one more inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet, and then bring the hands behind you. Now, for this first variation, fingertips are going to point towards your sits bones. Press down through the palms of the hands. Keep your knees bent. Feet planted. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up. So basically just reverse tabletop, first variation. Notice where you're feeling this in your wrist, your forearms, your shoulders, if anything at all. Your choice with the head, you can let the throat open and bring the head back, or you can keep the chin tucked into the chest, back of the neck long. Deep breath in here, and then exhale, sit back down. Kind of release the fingertips out to the sides, bend your knees, and just sway those knees side to side. One more round of that. But with a different variation in the hands and the legs. All right, so this time, so first time we did this, fingertips pointing forward towards our sits bones. Now let's turn those fingertips back behind you. And then if you want to increase the intensity of this, extend your legs out long, press into the heel bones, and lift the hips up with the legs straight. You can also absolutely come into this with the knees bent and feet planted and find that reverse tabletop. So either reverse tabletop or reverse plank pose. Let's see if we can take 2 more breaths wherever we are. You can always come into reverse plank pose from your tabletop if you want to try that. Try not to collapse in the hips though. Wherever you are, 1 more breath in. And then set those hips back down. And then let's bend the knees, roll onto the back, hug the knees into the chest, rock a little bit side to side. And now we're going to start to rock and roll the length of the mat. So rock up to the sits bones, rock all the way back, rock up to the sits bones, rock all the way back. Now, when you rock back, maybe you explore bringing the feet up and overhead and a little bit more body weight into the shoulders. If you want to, you can watch me do this a couple of times, where you're just kind of seeing about shifting that body weight more towards shoulders off of the tailbone. Be mindful of your neck. Try it 1 more time. And then come forward, cross the ankles. Let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Nice long breath out. All right, so 1 round of Surya Namaskar B, and then we'll have our shoulders down practice. Let's lift the heel bones, bend the knees, make your way forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, find chair pose. Now in your chair pose, extend your arms back behind you. Try to imagine squeezing those shoulder blades together, palms face each other. Option to interlace the fingers to the webbing. Maybe try it without the strap. And then sink the hips a little bit lower. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, high plank. Option to move through a more of a traditional vinyasa flow, so chaturanga all the way to the floor. Find a back bend that suits you. Maybe come up to low cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog or maybe a child's pose for a little bit of a respite. Let's take 2 breaths. So just so you know, traditional variation of sun salutation B is typically breath to movement, pretty quick. I always add in little breath breaks, little breath snacks, if you will, just so we can get our alignment and our breath set up to support our practice. Now find downward facing dog if you're not already there. Step your right foot forward and spin your left heel bone flat. Keep your right knee bent. Rise up to warrior 1. You're facing forward with your chest and your hips. Deep breath in, arms reach overhead. And then exhale, keep your legs as is, but just extend your arms back behind you. Maybe again, you find that interlace of the fingers to the webbing as you rest your belly forward over that right thigh. Stay grounded through both feet. Maybe knuckles reach up towards the ceiling. You can always keep your hands separated. Totally fine. From here, we're going to release those fingertips, sweep them forward, come all the way back up to your warrior 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back, high plank, option to move through that vinyasa flow. Another great way to take a vinyasa flow is to set your knees to the mat and take a few rounds of cat and cow. Meet me back in your downward facing dog when you're ready. And step that left foot forward. You just step it forward right away. Spin your right heel bone flat. Keep a bend in your left knee. Rise up. Arms reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, sweep those arms back behind you. Maybe try an opposite thumb on top this time if you're taking that interlace of the fingers. Again, you can also keep your hands just flying apart and stretching back, squeezing the shoulder blades into the spine. Either way, let's bring the belly forward, let it rest on top of that left thigh. Keep stretching those arms back and up towards the ceiling. Try to relax your head here. Try to stay grounded through your feet, especially that back right foot. Deep breath in. Start to release those fingertips to the mat and then bring them forward and up. Rise all the way up to your warrior one. Exhale, plant those hands. One more option to move through vinyasa. Remember, you have options with that vinyasa, cat and cow, resting in a child's pose, skipping it all together. From your downward facing dog, bring your feet to the center of your mat. Cross your ankles, bend your knees, sit down in the center of your mat. Roll all the way onto your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet, arms alongside the body. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Bend your elbows. Just place your hands along your outer thighs and walk your shoulder blades in towards your spine. So hands are just resting, I think I said outer thighs, but what I meant is like outer hips. So fingertips are just kind of reaching up towards the ceiling and sort of supporting the outer edges of your hips. Take note of how this feels in the shoulders. And exhale, come back down to the mat with the hips, release. Okay, so shoulder stand variations. Last week we had a pretty gentle approach, which I'd advocate for again. I think preparing the body in a safe way takes time and repetition, and body awareness builds slowly over time. So try not to be in a hurry with these things. All right, so bring the arms down alongside the body. Hug your knees into the chest. You can press down into the hands, kind of lift the hips up a little bit. And then bring your hands to your low back. Your fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling. You're just making a little shelf with the hands, like you were putting your hands in like jean pockets. Your fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling, not towards each other. And then you can start to bring your feet up towards the ceiling as well. And don't worry about bringing your pelvis up and over your shoulders just yet. Just get used to this idea of balancing some body weight in the hands and the elbows and the triceps and the shoulders. But you can tell that like my neck is not overly compressed. I can still talk. I can still breathe. To come out of this, we'll bring those feet forward overhead a little bit, release the arms, and then slowly roll out. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. All right, and again, another variation of shoulder stand. You can practice that same thing we just did, but I do want to remind you of the option to take this very passively restorative variation with your feet against a chair and a prop underneath the pelvis. Okay, so it could be a yoga block if you have one of those, couch cushion, stack of blankets. For this variation, easiest to have something you can bring your feet up and over onto, like a couch or a chair. But if it's a chair, I don't want it to be sliding around underneath you. So make sure it's a stable chair, not on wheels or something like that. So basically, you're just setting up for this restorative position. Legs are resting on top of that chair. Bend your knees and plant your feet on that chair. Lift your hips up. And then slide that prop underneath the base of the pelvis. And then you could play with bringing your feet up towards the ceiling. So very, very gentle entry into shoulder stand here. Just incrementally starting to get the spine used to shifting that body weight into the shoulders. If you want to take that one step further, bend your knees, bring your feet back to your chair, press into your feet, lift your hips up. And then you can take your hands again to the back body. Again, remember fingertips are pointing towards the backs of the knees, not towards each other. And your shoulders, practice walking them in towards each other. Try to keep your elbows from splaying out to the sides. You want to have a nice alignment with the elbows and the shoulders. Wherever you are, try for 2 more breaths if you can. 2 more breaths if you can. Hips back to the mat or the prop. Let the feet just drape over the chair if that's what you're using. And let's stay here for about 3 breaths. Nice, passive and restorative look at shoulder stand. This shape right here, what I'm doing right now. What we're doing right now, if this is where you're at with me. One more breath here. We're going to come off of our props and return to the center of the mat. Okay, so make your way there slowly. So traditionally, the counter pose to shoulder stand is fish pose, which we can do that passively, which is what we did last week. But I want to show you that active version. So you're kind of posted up here on your elbows. Walk those elbows close together underneath your shoulders as you can. Hands can form this like little triangle base underneath back body. And then you lean your head back, open the throat. I like to wiggle my hip bones back on top of my feet so the top of my head can tip down towards the floor. If that's too much on your neck, don't force it. Just let your head lean back, your chest open. And then we'll slowly melt out of this. Bring your back body all the way down to the floor. Bring your arms out away from underneath you. Just take a few moments here to relax on your back. Let's hug that right knee up into the chest. Use your hands around that right shin. Give a little pull, squeeze. We're going to come into a twist. So with your left hand, pull your knee. Pull your right knee across your body. Roll onto your left hip. Extend your right arm off to the right side. Stay grounded through that right shoulder. Open to the ceiling with the chest. As you rotate all 10 toes, the knees, the hips, off to your left. You're rolling on to your left hip. Maybe close your eyes here. Start to deepen the breath here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly unwind. Come onto your back. Let your right leg extend. Take a beat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then let's hug the left knee into the chest. Just for a few moments, you can wrap your hands around that left shin, pull, squeeze. Keep holding on to your left shin with your right hand. Extend your left arm off to the left, roll on to your right hip. And then again, remember all 10 toes are rotating to your right. So everything in the lower half of the body is moving off towards the right side. Chest is staying open towards the ceiling to the best of your ability. About 3 deep belly breaths here. And begin to unwind. Take your time. Stretch out on your back. We'll set up for our final rest in Shavasana. If there's any way that you want to take your Shavasana other than just simply lying down on your back, feel free. Ideally, you have at least 1 minute with me here to just rest. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Maybe connect the hands to the belly. Closing the eyes. Deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. Let it go. Let it rest. Shavasana. Okay, slowly start to deepen the breath. Add gentle movement to your fingertips and your toes. You can absolutely close your practice here on your back if you'd like to. And if you would want to come to that upright seat, stretch your arms overhead. Roll off to a side. And we'll close our practice the same way we began with those um, deep breaths, the 4 counts to inhale, the 6 counts to exhale. We'll do it 2 times. If you're seated, make sure your seat is supported and comfortable. Elbows soft alongside the body, shoulders aligned over the hips, ears aligned over the shoulders. Deep breath in. Empty all the air out. Inhale to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of that counting. Return to a normal breath. Hands together at the heart, chin bows into the chest, honoring our practice with reverence and gratitude. May you remember that you will always be okay. May you find a light that guides you and keeps you safe. May you have hope. May you have help. May you have happiness along the way. Namaste.